Right? As soon as this clicks on that it is live, it's preparing. I will shut this off. I will come back and be able to all right, go out. Perfect. So, welcome to Group Insights for the Soul. This is something new that Bridget and I have just started. We have just recently um, just really tapped into the power of the group energy and what's possible and what's available. And we want to share it with as many people as we possibly can. So, what we do is we get a couple willing souls to pop on to a live with us, and we just do live intuitive. Um, Session feedback, whatever that might be called. We'll figure out what it's called over time as we do this more and more. Um, but the reason that we do this, the way that we're doing this, is because the impact that it makes. God doesn't waste anything, nothing. Everything is valuable, everything is useful, and you can tap into anything. That's the beauty of no time and no space. Um, and so, as we do these intuitive readings for Bev and Dee, if you're listening, tap into how does this apply to me? What is the value in this for me? If you are listening, there is something here for you, or you would not be listening. And so we encourage you to just tap in. And Bridget was kind of saying something before we got on live, and I love that she said this because there are so many ways to say the same thing, right? How many different languages are there? And water is water is water, but there's probably, I don't know, 1,000 different words for water, right? So as we're giving these insights, if you're like, oh, that word doesn't really resonate, I don't know what that word is, or I don't believe that word or something, tap into what it feels like. Is it providing you insight, freedom? Does it feel alive inside of you? That's what we want you to tap into. And so thanks for being here. And if you are watching this live and you would like to come on and you would like some insight for yourself, leave us a comment. Let us know, and we will reach out to you and we'll send you a link for you to sign up. And then we'd be happy to honor and bless you that way. So, let's get started. Bev, I feel like we should start with you. So, do you have a situation, a circumstance, or something you would like some insight on? Or we can pull a card for you and give you the insight on that.
Um, Good morning.
Good morning, lovely.
Let's pull a card.
Okay, so I have three different decks. Would you like deck one, two, or three?
Let's go with deck three.
Okay. And guys, guess what? I'm getting an office soon. And then I'll have everything in one place all the time, and I won't have to bring things from different places. Because I don't have my glasses. That was going to be the point of that whole thing. So I'm going to be like, especially this one, because it's got super little words. Okay. It says Pallades, double mission, channel. Yep. Channeling and uplifting humanity. So Bridget and I are just going to tap in a little bit. As we tap in, is there anything that that means for you? Did that bring up something for you? Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity.
Mm,
And
No,
if
not.
the answer's no, yeah, if the
Mhm.
answer's no, that's okay. We're going to tap in, we're going to give some insight, and you might go, oh, well, now that you say it like that, yes,
Okay.
right?
hmm
And sometimes, I mean, maybe we look up Pallades and see what another meaning of that particular word is. So actually, I think I'm going to do that. Bridget, if
Hmm.
whenever you're ready, I'm going to look this up and see what it says.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I got some additional insight just from the little bit that I read. Do you have anything, Bridget? Do you want me to?
Go ahead with, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it actually, so Pallades, and I love that when we just follow the intuitive hits, right? Last time we pulled cards, there wasn't anything that I needed to look up for additional insight, right? It was just, oh, boom, boom, boom. This time, as soon as I pulled it up, it's the star cluster that's also known as Seven Sisters. And so what instantly popped up was part of your contribution to this planet is community. You, Bev, have an ability to cultivate community. You have a special gift of bringing people together, keeping people together, cultivating the energy of sisterhood. And um, I don't remember where I heard it, but I remember somebody talking about addiction, and they were talking about how the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it's community. And I thought, oh my gosh, yes. Like, we all go through things on this planet. We all are wounded or have missing parts or needs or whatever on this planet. And then as we enter into relationship, we feel that healing or the filling of the missing parts, right? And that includes the spiritual part of us, the human part of us. Um, and so you being able to cultivate community is that healing piece, that uplifting humanity piece, um, and ultimately channeling the love of God on this planet to create that community to uplift. Um, does that resonate a little bit more, Bev?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm glad you looked that up, Lori, because Bev, the first thing that really came, I grabbed a whole bunch of rocks, physical rocks, all in my hand as soon as Lori said, let's start with you. There were just rocks calling to me. And for me, it was this really grounded feeling, like you're very much the footwork, um grounded piece of anything you're building around you. You've got that stability, that groundedness within you. And um and then I kept getting like a clearing of the third eye. So if there is something that you've been wondering or considering doing or wanting, even a desire that doesn't always seem tangible, but a unwritten desire that you want to do. I kept seeing a clearing of the third eye and this grounded piece that you it's your feet on the ground doing the work that will clear this piece. There's a doing part in order for you to see the greater picture.
Okay.
And a little bit more that just popped up as Bridget was talking. Sometimes our greatest gift is the thing that comes so naturally that we're like, it's not that big of a deal. Like that's not that important. Oh, that's my big purpose on this planet. Anyone could do that. And so recognizing your ability to bring and keep people together, that it is magnificent. And it's not normal for everyone. It is your special gift on this planet. And the more you honor it and value it as this special gift, the more it will like cultivate that energy. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Anything else that you want to say about that, Bev or Bridget?
Um, I recently did, I can't remember the name of the personality test. Um, and my number one was connectedness. My number one attribute or personality trait was connectedness. The most important thing
Surprise,
to me.
surprise.
I know, right? And as you know, over the period that you've known me, these things keep coming up. My voice and bringing people together and sisterhood and some themes can continue to come up. I've been thinking about how to build a community based off of my new lifestyle, you know, being a full-time RVer and I guess some other things, some other bigger community things with culture and things like that. So no, it definitely resonates and I still don't know what it's gonna look like, but yeah, it definitely resonates. And as far as the groundedness, I've been feeling, I do feel like I am that exactly what you said, Bridget. But the funny thing is, the last few months, I feel like I've been seeing the world through someone else's lens,
Mm.
almost an extreme lens. Um, and it's just felt uncomfortable because it's not my viewpoint, but it's like I'm almost seeing how other people see people. And I have to like correct it and bring it back to me. And I don't know why. It's been a little frustrating, but it's something I've been working through. So that's what I thought about when you talked about, and I'm like, I feel disconnected from myself, like almost like I'm seeing things through how someone else might see it. I guess seeing someone else's perspective, which is not comfortable for me because I've worked really hard to see people. Um, so that's what it brings up for me.
And Bev, uh, the the awakening of our truest self is never comfortable because the old patterns, who we were programmed to be, what we were programmed to believe is more comfortable. And that awakening is, it never feels good, which again, the power of the collective for you to come on here for us to say, yeah, girl, we know it's not comfortable. Keep going. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Nothing's gone wrong. It's not a bad thing that you're uncomfortable. This is unfolding perfectly. And we love you and we're here to support you and all of the things, right? I think sometimes just knowing that we're not alone is shifts that somewhat shifts that uncomfortable. It changes it from something's wrong and I'm uncomfortable to I'm uncomfortable because it's just uncomfortable to grow, right?
Hmm.
So well done, friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Bev. That was awesome. And to really feel that, keep saying it, keep saying the words that come up because you, again, doing your work and doing the work and saying the words will attract the ones who need your love and who need to just sit in your loving spirit. That's yeah. Keep going, girl.
Love it. All right,
Thank.
Decline.
Good morning.
Do you have a circumstance, a situation you'd like to bring up, or would you like to pull a card?
Let's pull a card, please.
Okay, I have changed the order of the cards. Would you like one, two, or three?
3.
Okay. Ugh. These are the tiniest ones. Okay. Oh, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do?
Mm,
So,
wow.
first and foremost, does that pop anything for you initially?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything in that you want to share that um just briefly, right? We don't want a story because we want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
tap into the energy of what you don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
if there is detail around that that you want us to direct our attention, we absolutely can. Or we can just see what comes up.
Let's just see what comes up. Let's try that.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to assume Bridget's still tapping in. So I am going to point out the number one thing. This is, if again, for everyone on this call, including Bridget and I, for anyone listening, our number one thing to understand as we move through this experience called human spirit integration, the feeling of being supported is a forever unfolding. It's a forever unfolding. So to say, I feel completely supported is only in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
The next moment, I will, and I'm going to put some air quotes, I will not feel completely supported because that's the building of faith, the building of the adventure, the building of this thing we call life that's unfolding, right? And so it's not wrong to not trust our path. It's not wrong to say, "Ooh, I don't feel supported." Okay? So to say, if you felt supported, right? It's not wrong that the question is if you feel supported because the fact that you don't is the proof that you're stepping into something greater. Now the shift is just simply okay, I'm going to actively trust what I don't trust, right? I love in the Bible where it says, I believe, help my unbelief, right? I believe up to this point, but I'm ready for more that I don't believe, right? And so first of all, the beauty of being in a place where you're questioning, do I believe I'm supported, is actually good news.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so not thinking something's wrong with you because you have to practice um, that knowing, that building of the faith in, yes, I feel supported. So, so first of all, the first thing is good fucking news. good fucking news that this is where you're at.
Yeah, D, there's I kept getting like there's a settling into your roots is the feeling that I was getting, like to settle in there. And there's a feeling that um because you've done a lot of healing of past traumas, you've you've dug at what is the root, I'll say problem, what is the root cause of why I feel XYZ, or what my pattern is. And you've dug at that root to uncover why these things, what caused those patterns and different things like that. But now our roots also have tremendous strength for you. And so sometimes it is taking a step back from having to heal the past and settling in to the strength within what you've experienced, not having to heal it,
Mhm.
but the value of experiencing it for what it is. There's such a deep strength that being, the words that are coming are like at peace, or with in um at being in sync with, even though it might be a trauma or something
Mhm.
that has in the past you've really worked on healing. Now it's an invitation, as there's such a strength in simply having gone through what you went through and allowing yourself to accept that.
Mm.
And I love what Bridget's saying, because again, the transition of consciousness is from believing that we need to heal. That is a state of consciousness that is valid, to a point where, oh, nothing needs to be healed, it's just an unfolding. That is a state of consciousness. But guys, the transition of consciousness is not linear, because consciousness is non-linear as well as linear. So today, D, there's this letting go of needing to be healed, tapping into that strength, the unfolding. And guess what, guys? If next week Dee's like, oh, that thing really needs to be healed. I really feel like that needs to be healed. Like, I spent a whole week tapping into the unfolding, but now I'm feeling like it needs to be healed. We're not saying that sometimes we don't circle back to needing something to be healed, but opening it up to go, am I stuck in healing? And so I'm not living in that unfolding, or am I trying to unfold and I'm not tapping into what it feels like to heal? Right now we have options, right? But when all that first state of consciousness is that healing piece, right? Okay, that I love when I get corrected mid-sentence.
Mhm.
Most of us, we tap into our awakening by way of healing, but it's been unfolding, right? So again, it's non-linear. I think we just become aware of healing when it hurts, right? But that
Mm.
doesn't mean before that we weren't practicing the unfolding. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to like reiterate what Bridget's saying based on the law, right?
Mhm.
So now we have options. I can heal and I can unfold. What do I need right now? And right now, what Bridget's saying is, okay, it's time to unfold, right? But don't think that if next week you feel like you need to heal, that you're like, nope, nope, I don't need to heal because I'm in the unfolding, right? So recognizing this is another option, not a this instead of that.
Mhm.
Like there's no right or wrong. It's
Mm,
again
yeah.
tapping into what do I need right now and
Mhm.
allowing yourself that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank, thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dee. This is what I love again about this group dynamic. I feel like every group session is completely unique because
Mhm.
of the people who join and who are here, and even the people who will watch this and are watching this and will watch in the future. Each session is so unique based on all of that. Like Lori said at the beginning, God doesn't waste anything. At the before we got started, I have a Louise Hay card deck of her positive affirmations. And the card that I pulled for this group is I am safe in the universe and all life loves and supports me. It goes on to say, I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. And I love that then both, that's the card there. I
I
love,
absolutely love that.
yeah. And I love that I really felt like, again, as a group dynamic, eh, we went deep to like the inners. And it was simply by pulling some cards and seeing what came up. So I love that. And I love you guys for being here and trusting us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Your willingness and your vulnerability healed somebody else because
Mhm.
that's the way it works. Somebody's going to jump on this call today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, and they're going to get some insight and some freedom because you guys were willing to say yes to this. So thank you so much. Dee, did you want to say something? I saw that you unmuted.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you again.
So Bridget and I are here. We're available. Again, if you would like to come on and play with us in this realm, please do. Eventually, we're going to have some links in different places. We're figuring all this out, but we're just moving forward. We're moving forward because, guys, action creates energy. And so we're moving forward and we're learning something new every day. Every time we do one of these, we're making adjustments. If you would like to tap into a private session, those are available as well. Please tell us, is there some insight? Maybe you don't want to come on a call, but something that we said, you're like, could you give some more information on that? We'd love to do a teaching or answer a question, even if you're not on a call. So please just reach out. How can we serve you? How can we help you? And thanks for being here. And we'll see you next time. Okay, I'm going to stop the live stream. Oh, I figured out I can't. I have to end this. We have to figure out how to do that. I have to end this. So thank you, Bev, and Dee will reach out to you guys separately. And then, yeah,